Hi, everyone. We're just starting our Soulful Leader community. Thank you, thank you, thank you. All right, I see Rita. I already saw Rita, right? I see Jeanette. I see Ronnie. I see Patty from Chicago. Tracy Wiseman, my friend. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I see Patricia Allen. I love you. Hi. Sarah. Oh, I love you. Andrea, right? Oh, she was here. Now she's gone. She's coming back. Vishali from Sedona. Welcome, welcome. Yay. I see Martha wave, Mary. Oh, hi, Mary. Hi. I see Anne. Oh, Ronnie is here as well. This is so awesome. I love you guys. Mary Lee. Sandhya is here as well. Sonia is here as well. Excellent. Hi, Sonia. Right. Rima is here. We hope to see her beautiful face. If not, that's fine. Excellent, excellent. Well, welcome. I was just welcoming everybody to our community. And we would love for you to just write your state, country that you are joining us from. So let me go ahead and read that. I see Nevada, San Francisco, Libertyville, Chicago, or Illinois. Hi there, I'm from Tampa. Hi, how are you? Castro Valley, yay. Rita, I am in Castro Valley too. Or is it Patty? Who's from Castro Valley? Robin. Hi, Robin. Let's see here. We have, who else? Hello, everybody. Chicago, Milwaukee, Wisconsin, California, San Francisco, or Northern California, Libertyville, Lake Geneva, Wisconsin. I see, New Hampshire. Well, welcome. Manchester. Hello. And Ibtisam. Hey, Ibtisam, how are you, sweetheart? Hi, everybody. Patty is here. All right, welcome. We have about 70 people that register, so people will be coming on later, which is awesome. I see Monica Dominguez. I think she's from my local town as well. Hi, Monica, welcome. Let's see who else. Did I forget anybody else? Excellent. Yes, as you come in, please go ahead and write your first name. Well, I see your name, but where you are tuning in from, which is great. I love this. This is great. All right. So our topic today is about visibility and being seen. And I was just sharing that my favorite quote by Khalil Gibran is, "Work is love made visible." Before I begin, I just want to briefly tell you a little bit about my background and why are you here. What matters really to me is more or less is how I want you to see me is what matters most to me. Often we could tell you about my background, for many of you already know. But I could just sit here and tell you about my credibility. I could tell you I've been on hundreds of stages and shared the stage with some brilliant, amazing thought leaders, celebrities, or what have you. And that's important to me as well. But it's not as important as what matters to me. What matters to me is my family. What matters to me are my community, people that I love in my place. Matters to me are my parents who have now passed. What matters to me is my gift is giving. That's how I want people to see me. What matters to me is when I make an impact and help people transform their lives. That's how I want people to know me as the transformational leader, the community builder leader. That's really how I want to show up. And that's who I want to be visible and how I want to be visible to you. And in a little bit, I'm going to ask you about how you want to be visible, right? I did go from the dark side to the bright side. For those of you who have been or known about my Bright Side of Life community, know that for 10 years in the San Francisco Bay Area, I built a platform called the Bright Side of Life. And since then, about 2 years ago, I've shifted into the Soulful Leader. And the story goes, which I never shared, right, with you. And let me see who is need to be muted. All right, somebody is needed to be muted here. I don't know who it is, but let me see the next page. Hello. Welcome. More of you are tuning in. Thank you. Let me ask you, okay, perfect. So if you are unmute, please mute yourself. Thank you. I appreciate it. All right, let me get back. So from the dark side to the bright side of life is my story that I was about to share. But first, I called it the bright side of life because I literally was living in the dark side of life, right? And many of us have gone through the dark night of the soul, or whatever adversity you've been through. The reason you're here is because to learn to grow, to to be able to learn, in order for you to be able to serve more. But the reason I changed, or I was guided to change, to the soulful leader, and because today is about visibility and being seen, this is key for me to share this with you, significant, is because I was told when I was at the bright side of life, metaphorically, that's where I needed to be in order for me to arrive to the soulful leader that I am today. I have embodied the bright side of life. I have embodied the bright side of life. I have seen the light on my journey of spiritual growth. And now it's time for me to show up as the soulful leader. And who I am calling forth is you, the soulful leader, as well. And that's where this platform 2 years ago in Illinois was birthed. Now I take all the amazing, beautiful things, including the community that followed me for the past 2.5 years while I was gone in Illinois, including the amazing community that I have cultivated, I have, invited to join this journey of the soulful leader from Illinois, and including all my amazing clients from all over the world. They are now all part of the soulful leader. And my goal is to share with you everything that I've learned, everything that I knew about how to be aligned with that soulful leader that you are. And today is about how can you as a soulful leader be visible and be seen. Some of the questions that I got while I shared this topic is like, wow, being seen right now during this crazy life that we're having, is it time for us to be seen? Like, yes, and more, I'll dive more into it later, okay? And tell you a little bit more about those who choose to be seen right now and those who choose not to, and we honor both. So I have, in my career, literally have led over 350 live in-person events. You might call me crazy, but I love being on stage to empower and inspire people. We've had over maybe 25 to 30,000 people who have joined the journey of the bright side of life and now the soulful leader, online, offline. So I just want to thank you. I thank every single one of you for showing up. I thank you for your loyalty, for staying the course as you are, which is the soulful leader. And that's who I want to call you. Well, one thing I know for sure, right? As I support others, as I become more aligned with who I am, and you too, as you become more and expand your visibility and expand you being seen, the more you're able to serve others. And I'm so blessed today to be here, to be able to serve you as I have been for the past 12 years. And yes, right now our world, our earth, Mother Gaia, more than ever needs our attention. And as you are expanding, shifting, and changing together as a community, as a collective, we are asked to be visible. We are asked to be more seen for our greatness. We're asked to heal ourselves so we're able to give back in a place of healed self rather than a place of broken. And at the end, we all belong to each other. So my intention for you today is to just be present with what is to be present and experience each and every one of you in your greatness. And I have, the good news is the last time we had technical difficulties and you go with the flow, right? We had internet connection, we had issues. And what I want to say is that I have invested in new equipment. I'm so excited. I have the best lighting. I have the best mic right now. Hopefully you could hear me nice, because I want to show up. I want to be seen even better virtually right now, right? So I'm investing so I'm able to show up more. And I have two amazing women that are here to help me. Christy is actually, she's a social media and digital marketer. And she's one of my team members that's helping me. And she's here today to help us with anything that we need in regards to the technicality of this. And she's amazing. You want to go ahead and wave and say hello to everyone? Thank you for being here. And then I have my friend Tracy. Tracy's going to be, possibly typing in any quotes that I've said or support you, making sure to keep track of any questions that you have that needs to be related to me or what have you. She's a friend and she's an amazing, incredible person that more and more that I get to know her, the more amazing that I feel. I'm blessed that her and I are friends, and she's also a very talented person. Again, we have, let me see here, people that are Christy, I want to ask you a question, sweetheart. Are you able to actually mute on my behalf? No. Okay. So we're going to have to. All right. All right. So if you are unmuted, please mute yourself because I hear the noise. And it's so interesting because I did actually click on mute everybody, but it's okay. This is what it's all about. We got to go with the flow. Excellent. So housekeeping, just quickly, please mute your video, not video, mute your sound. I'd love to see your face if you want to show and be visible. This is the opportunity for you. Okay. Also chat, ask questions, do authentic shares. Love everybody, love on everybody. Say thank you to everybody who's participating. Let's support each other in that way as well. All right. And make sure you do ask questions. So today, here's how it's going to happen. We're going to first ask this question about visibility and being seen, and then everybody's going to be sharing in the comments. And then for those of you who are courageous, aligned, soulful leader that want to share your answer, we'll go ahead and make sure that you are being heard and being seen as you share your answer. There's going to be shared wisdom, and also we're going to at the end, we're going to end, of course, I'm going to dive into the topic. And then at the end, we're going to end with a beautiful, one of my favorite affirmations. So let us begin. All right. The question is, and there is no right and there is no wrong. It's whatever you feel you're called to answer. Okay. This is a safe space. Even if you're not sure, uncertain, you just want to question it, I invite you to do that. Question. How do you want to be seen right now? How do you want to be seen or be visible right now? And again, there is no wrong or no right. So go ahead and write it down. How do you want to be seen? And when you're ready, I am going to invite some of you to share the answer. We're going to take the first maybe 25, 30 minutes because this is all about community sharing. How do you want to be seen? And again, there is somebody. I'm going to go ahead and find that someone. Welcome. Maha is here. I see some new people. Tissam, Maria, Michelle, Silva. Hi. Oh my God. I have a lot of the women that I worked with during the Bright Side of Life that I haven't seen in so long. Oh my gosh. I miss you guys. Let's see who else is here. We have like 3 pages. This is awesome. Welcome, 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 everybody. This is great. Let me read. Okay. How like platform, more online, more on courses. Okay. Facebook group, meditation groups. I love it. I want to be visible through online courses and support groups. All right. For forgiveness in person. I love that. Excellent. 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 Right. All right. Now, with a show of hand, if you raise your hand, what I invite you to do, if you are ready to be visible and share, that would be amazing. All right, I see that one person here that was unmuted. Okay, good. You can raise your hand. Okay, let's start with Mary. I'm gonna go ahead and unmute Mary. Mary Slight, go ahead, sweetheart.
Hi, Sahar. It's great to see you and great to see everyone. I'm glad I could finally make it. Just in general, I feel like at this time, I want to be seen as a resource and a source of positivity. And I'm reading more and more people saying, oh, I'm jumping off Facebook or I'm jumping off this program, and people who are very upset. I'm just I think the stress and the tension rise. And, you know, I've done massage therapy and a number of other modalities for over 25 years, and I can't, normally I would touch people, I would, right? And so I can't do that right now. But there's other techniques and other things I've learned, and just helping people, because the stress, even the low-lying stress over time, is so damaging. So I just want to be seen as a way for people to ground and have a mirror for what they want to, you know, for being seen, because in these 2 dimensions is hard. It really can screw up the brain over time. You know, it's a great way to connect as opposed to nothing, but compared to the in-person, you know, the power of touch and everything is so important. So just being seen as a resource and a source of positivity and a way to help people lower stress and raise their vibration, because the fear and the anger, as an empath, I can really feel it out there. So I want to be able to help transform that and help others be able to do that as well.
Thank you so much, sweetheart. That was very well said. And I'm so sorry that you were one of the people that were impacted. I know a lot of us were impacted in so many ways. And I could say, oh, this shall pass. But I have to be honest with you. We have to be in this reality, right? We have to be okay in being in this reality. We have to be okay in being present with what is. And yes, a place where people could go, a place where they could go for resources. And obviously you are somebody who's helping others being, more healthy. You're around the well-being. And of course, a lot of people right now may be gaining weight or being stressed. And if anybody needs anything, they could reach out to you. And from there, the relationship will be built. And that's how you're being seen. I love that. Thank you so much. Somebody else raise their hand. Go ahead and do that. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and unmute. Let me see who else here. Sorry, who is it? Somebody. Okay. Let's go ahead and hold on one second. Let me see here. All right. I'm going to go ahead and unmute. Patricia, go ahead, sweetheart. Share. How do you want to be seen or be visible right now?
All right. First of all, I want to thank you for inviting me. This is my first time showing up for you guys.
Welcome.
I'm happy to see everybody, but I want to be seen. I listed several different qualities and characteristics that I embody. And the first is a person who is passionate, a person who has integrity, a person who is loving and caring and kind. But I also want to be seen as the resource for women that want to make sure that they are managing their money properly. And I provide a space for them where they can come and talk about their fears and concerns about money and know that they can talk about these things that are holding them back from being the financially independent person that they want to be. So I hold this space for women for those reasons. And I have to be authentic in sharing my story. It's a story of coming from welfare, and it's also a story of being one who has gone through divorce and who has been impacted by so many things that can happen to women, like divorce, death of a spouse, death of a child, a loss of a job, through disability. I've experienced all of those types of unforeseen types of events, and I feel that I'm capable and the person to be able to talk to, because that's my passion, it's my calling, to talk about money, because I love money.
I love that. Thank you so much. I love that. Thank you. That was beautifully said. I've known Patricia, and she is really, truly, talk about authenticity, talk about alignment, talk about honesty and integrity. That's what she embodies. And I'm telling you this from my experience. And she so embodies the way she shares her experience about money and mindset and how to help people, in addition to her expertise. So thank you for showing up. Appreciate you. All right, somebody else that wants to raise their hand. All right, Sarah. Welcome, Sarah. Go ahead, sweetie. And let's keep this to a minute, please, maybe, so we could have as many shares as possible.
Okay. It's more so about the qualities that I care about bringing out in the world and want to be seen as that full aliveness, joie de vivre, whatever might be going on. And in the bigger picture, as I work with Life Mission, that's the place where we come most alive. So as a resource around Life Mission, around transitions where really any point, as Patricia shared, as you shared, we go through something difficult, something unknown. It's because we're going to come out the other side a different version of who we were, that we've got to come into without preconceived notions. And at
Sarah,
Yes.
I love what you're sharing. I want to hear you. How do you want to be visible and how do you want to be seen?
With that full aliveness of life mission and the strength that comes with that, no matter what we're walking through.
Beautiful. That's what I want to hear. So what I hear you say is, despite of what's happening right now, you're just going to still be in the fullness of who you are.
Yes.
Yes. And you are exactly that. Thank you, Sarah. I love that. I appreciate it. Excellent. Anybody else who has not shared in the past? I want to hear you. Anybody? All right. Let's go ahead and unmute Cynthia. Right? Sorry, I chopped your name, but
oh, that's okay. You can call me Sandy. It's still
Sandy.
from
All right,
the
Sandy. Welcome, welcome.
Hey, so I love to be out there with the use of sound and how sound can actually also in meditation help people raise their vibrations. So I find sound to be very helpful in meditation and then taking you deep and grounding you in to Mother Earth and grounding you into source to give you a balanced energy within the body. And I like to illuminate that. I think that people can face the day when they're balanced and grounded in the earth, that we are a part of the earth. We are born on earth. We're meant to live with earth. So it's an earthing technique that you can use to actually balance your energy. And I think when we make decisions through balanced choice.
And I'm going to mute you. How do you want to be seen? Do you see what we're doing?
Sure.
We are
I am a sound alchemist, and
Okay.
I'm here to live my life authentically through sound.
Beautiful. I am going to make sure to support each and every one of you into the truth of how you want to be seen. A lot of times, since most of us are coaches and healers, we want to coach and heal. I want you to revert it back to you. It's all about us right now, all about you. It's all about you right now, right? So
yes,
when you're asking, I'm just sharing in general, when you're asking, how do you physically you, spiritually you, want to show up?
Okay, I am authentically a sound alchemist.
Beautiful.
And I use sound in my world.
So you want to support others.
Yes.
See what
through
ways
sound.
you support them through sound.
I want others to be grounded and balanced in their energy and choose their options through a higher vibration with sound.
I love that. Thank you so much. You're awesome. I appreciate you. All right. So Martha Alexander, yay. Go ahead, and I'm going to go ahead and unmute you. Thank you so much, Cindy.
Thank you. Thank you, Sahar. I'm so happy to see you again. I was back in the light version, so I'm excited to see the soul version.
Yeah, thank you. Welcome. Welcome.
I have been through a transition as well, so I want to show up as heart-based, people first, loving people, supporting them through love, and helping them become fearless.
Beautiful.
Being a fearless leader.
Beautiful. I love that. I love that. Perfect. You're awesome. You want to show up as someone to support others to be that fearless leader that they are because of what you've been through. And you consider yourself fearless, Martha?
Yes, I do.
Say heck yeah.
Absolutely.
I love it. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I love you guys for being so open to my little coaching because I really, really only want the best for you and to show up in your magnificence. All right. Anybody else that wants to show up? Anybody else that wants to, let me see, somebody, Marie, yay, here you are. All right, go for it.
Hey, love. Oh, this is beautiful. Thank you. I was just like in the yumminess of everybody. So I thank you for the question too, because I wasn't sure how to, what to say about me either. You actually got me a little tongue-tied. I consider myself a soul and money catalyst. I love, I think money is a very spiritual energy. I love to see it circulated into its highest and best use. So I love helping people circulate it through their life, through funding, through strategy. And, I just, yeah, I guess that's it. I don't know if
That's
that's
So-
what it feels like to me.
I love that. That's good. And I'm not like, you say what feels good to you, but
Yeah.
I want to also remind you, this is a place for you to be about you, right? So I love that. So how you want to be seen, how you want to show up as the money alchemist to support people with any money. So speaking of money, Marie is someone that we are in conversation of actually doing maybe a half an hour, 45-minute interview to answer any of your questions in regards to the options of money that is out there. So I'm going to be bringing you experts. We have not yet selected the right date, but with an email, once we decide on the date, we will send it to you and you get to register. This is also a gift from us to you, because I know a lot of women, a lot of people, not just women, right now are trying to figure out what are the best options for them. And she has, in addition to what the government is offering, she also has other options that may be in alignment with who you are and what your business. So thank you so much for showing up, and thank you so much for doing this with me as well. And I hope you stay a little bit longer, because I'd love to have you here. Thank you, Maria.
Absolutely.
Anything else you want to share?
Oh, for me? Oh, you're asking about someone else.
No, Maria. Anything else you want to share about you showing up, or is this good?
You know, I think this is good for now. I appreciate it. Thank you.
Okay, you're welcome. All right, very good. Excellent, thank you. Anybody else? I saw a bunch of hands. All right, we have, okay, hold on one second. Oh, there's so many of you raising your hands. All right, let's start with Kat. Hi, Kat. Go ahead and unmute. How are you, sweetheart?
I'm great. How are you, Sahar?
I'm doing great. Thank you very much.
Thank you. This is my first time on, so I'm really excited to be here. Thank you, ladies. So what I want to be seen as is a role model for healthy living, because I've always, lived a very healthy lifestyle. And, right now people are in fear of getting sick. Okay. And I'm trying to, I don't focus on being sick. I focus on being well. I focus on being healthy. So I want to, be that role model, be that beacon of hope for people to focus on health. And if you focus on health, sickness isn't even an issue.
Love that. Love that. So you want to be visible to those who are concerned about their health and well-being. You want to be seen as someone who's an expert in the area of well-being, right?
Correct. Yes.
Excellent.
Correct.
Good job. Thank you so much, Kat. I appreciate you being here. Thank you. All right. We still have some more time. Anybody else? You could go ahead and raise your hand. I have Patty. Who else? I have, maybe we'll do Patty. Let's go ahead. Patty, go for it.
There we go. Hello. As a leadership coach, I want to be seen as someone who speaks from the heart and honestly shares their truth, my truth, and so that leaders will open up to me and share their struggles so I can help them through them.
Beautiful. Say that one more time.
Okay, I want to be seen as someone who speaks from her heart.
Okay.
And who honestly shares her truth, my truth, so that I can help others open up to share their truth and help them through their struggles, especially at this time with COVID and, being connected to people and their employees.
And who do you think you want to be seen by? Who are the people that do you want to be visible to?
I want to be visible to leaders in business, small, medium-sized business managers, and they've got to be struggling with remote workers or people they had to furlough, and one day they're all going to have to come back, and they need to have that connection with those people, and they need to think about that now and kind of, let go of the fear of what's happening, and I want to help them through that so that
Beautiful.
they can get connected.
So you want to be the expert and be seen the expert in that field. I love it.
Yeah.
You are the honest leader. I've had the privilege to work with you, and you're awesome. Again, another person who's so aligned and embodied with who she is, and the words that comes out of her mouth, it's all about the truth. Thank you, sweetheart, for showing up here. Thank you. All right. Anybody else? We might be able to take a few more people. I saw a few hands. All right. Let's do CJ. CJ, go for it.
Hi.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm doing awesome. Love seeing you here all the time. Thank you.
Wonderful today, Sahar. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Thank you.
I want to show up online with my teaching and my healing work through my teaching and my writing. You know, I want to be a safe haven for people that are hurting and need to find forgiveness in their lives. One of the things that's happening now with the virus is people are staying at home and they're thrust together and arguments are forming, and from that resentments come. And I would like to be known as a person that is trusted to come to walk people through the process of getting beyond that so they can have peace at home.
I love that. And you are the forgiveness expert, aren't you? You're the one, and I've had the opportunity to do one of your sessions where I need to forgive. And I just want to say thank you for doing the work and continue to doing the work, CJ. You are such an important vessel right now on earth. Thank you. I love you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. All right. Anybody else? I saw a few more hands. Maybe we'll take two more. And let's see, who else? Anybody else that raised their hand? I saw Janan. Who else? All right, let's go ahead, Janan.
Hi.
Oh, hi.
Okay, so as a child, I was very shy, very fearful of everything, what people thought of me, the way I looked, dressed and spoke and everything. But over the years, with encouragement from some friends, I have learned to become more courageous, more outspoken, say what I want and what I feel. So what I want to do to other people who were where I was, to encourage them to speak and say their truth, just to be honest about what they feel, just to empower these people, not women, and even, young and old. So.
Okay, so you want to be seen as somebody that is to empower and inspire others with whatever it is that they need.
Yeah, for whatever they went through, Right.
And you are, sweetheart, because you are the leader of your family right now, and you're the one that people already go to you, right?
Now, yes.
People already see you, but you want to just make it even more.
Yeah.
I love that. I love that. Thank you, Jeanette, for sharing. All right, maybe one more. Anybody else who has not shared in the past? This is our third one. So anybody who has the courage to say, Sahar, yes. And if you are muted and you want to speak, please go ahead and put it in the comments. And I'm reading your comments right now. Just say, me, Sahar, and then I'll unmute you. No? Okay, good. Let me see. Just double check. I'm looking through see anybody else. I don't want to miss anyone. This is about you being seen and being heard. Excellent. Thank you. Thank you. Oh, Natalia, did you not raise your hand? Here you go. Go ahead, Natalia.
Thank you so much, Sahar. Thank you, everyone, for being, and it was so nice to listen and just going into the heart. I want to be seen as a spiritual leader and as a truthful and non judgmental relationships expert through family constellation work, and genuine Vedic astrologer, and just a beautiful mother and a woman who can laugh and who is loved.
Oh, that's beautiful. I love that. That is so beautiful. And you embody that, Natalia. I have had the honors to work with her with my family entanglement, family constellation. And again, another person who's embodied exactly who she is. And I love that last part. I love that last part. Thank you for sharing, sweetheart. You are so beautiful.
Thank you so much. Beautiful. Thank you. You're very, today you're just amazing. Thank you so much for being with us.
Thank you. Thank you. I feel great. Thank you. Thank you. All right. Anybody else that wants to share? Let me see here. Natalia. Thank you so much. All right. Perfect. All right. Let's dive in. So we're going to go ahead and dive into the visibility and being seen. Again, everything I share with you is based on my experience, learning, based on my education, based on what I see and saw from, working with hundreds and thousands and training thousands of people in my life, and what I am called to share with you. One of the things that I want to be seen for is someone who shares from a place of alignment with who I am as a leader, someone who's authentic to the truth of whatever is to be shared with you, someone who is not a follower but is a trailblazer, somebody who is not afraid to show up fully in her authentic self. This is how I want to be seen. And I want to be also, I want to be able to serve from a place of the knowing that I can and will be able to deliver and support people heal or transform. And this is what we're going to be doing and talking about today. So it's about visibility and being seen. Please do take some notes, and we're going to be taking breaks in between each of the keynotes, key pieces that I want to be sharing with you. And I'll be opening the lines for more shares as well, because this is what it's all about, ladies and gentlemen. It's about us sharing our truth and being seen. It's not just about me sharing, but it's about us all collectively sharing our project, whatever it is that we project to be seen and visible to be about. So one of the questions I ask is, we have been asking our community, our Soulful community, is what does it look like to be visible and to be seen as leaders? What does it look like, right? So interestingly enough, like during these times right now, these tough crises that we're going through, there are many leaders who are playing it safe, not being seen, not being visible with their people, with their tribe, with their community, with their clients, with their colleagues. And you need to ask yourself right now, are you someone who is going to stay in this space of fear, or are you going to be a generous and hearted to give back of who you are and support others in the transformation you are meant to do? And here's a transformation that I heard today. I actually took notes. I heard you say the transformation that you want to do is about health and wellness, about money, about sharing your truth, about sound. It was about money again. It's about healing, living, forgiveness, truth-telling, spiritual leadership, family work, constellation work, relationship work. That's what I heard you say. And this is a transformation that is so needed right now. So a lot is going to be expected of us in this life. It is a lot of it. Life is for us to be able to change. I'm speaking right now, and we hear the news. As I'm speaking right now, things are shifting. We hear the news. We feel in the collective pain. And someone will choose to not want to be seen, because if they are seen, perhaps, just perhaps, they could be questioned. Or perhaps some leaders don't want to be vulnerable or authentic to who they are because they don't know how to deal with this. So they prefer not to, right? And they get out of the way, and they don't communicate as much with the people with their sphere, right? And they're finding comfort in staying low, doing things behind the scene, activities. Perhaps some are in a creative mode right now, right? They just want to create. Thinking that perhaps not being visible right now and being seen is not supposed to happen. I used the metaphor yesterday on my Facebook Live, and I talked about how we're literally been told not to be visible and putting on our masks. And a lot of people choose to put on their masks, literally speaking and figuratively speaking. And you know what I want to say to those people? No judgment. We all are on our process in life, our own journey, our own process, and that is okay. And I'm telling you this because some of your colleagues or some of the people that you might be working with or choose not to be seen right now. And that's the choice that they have made. But I believe you are here because you are someone who wants to be seen. You are someone who is safe with being seen and being visible, or even curious about how does it look like to even show up more during these times, right? And if you are, write amen in the comments. Like, amen, Sahar, I want to be visible. I want to be seen. Amen in the comments, please. All right, I see you. All right, this is so cool. Amen. I love it. I love my Soulful Leader tribe. This is so awesome. So the truth is this. For those of us who chose to be here together during these times in order to transform ourselves and transform others, we are going to participate in any way we can. And a lot is going to be expected of us, ladies and gentlemen, right now. I'm talking about those of you who have made the decision to, on a conscious choice, to be here in this planet right now. Those who are wanting to create change and transformation, whether it is money and healing and business and whatever it is that you shared, right? And also do the healing for yourself in order for you to match that vibrational energy of healing others as well. The healing and transformation that could elevate and heal the collective atmosphere right now. It first starts with you, right? Start with you being visible and understanding to that there is and there are ways in which you can be visible. Because you are an aligned soulful leader. You are safe with visibility and being seen, with sharing your brilliance and your gift that you all have already shared with me right now. With you, with others, with your community, with your clients, with your tribes. You connect with your tribe, your clients, your colleagues. You inspire, you motivate, you share your wisdom, your resources, your support. I've heard many of you say, I just want to be a beacon of light. You not the same exact word, like, I just want to be there for people, to help them to know that I'm here to support them. I want to be the beacon of light. And that is so beautiful because it's our time right now. It is our time right now to show up. So today I want to dive into the visibility for leaders and define what is it to be a visible, aligned, authentic, soulful leader. And again, there's going to be three that I'm going to be talking about today, defining three things. And we're going to be pausing in between and going back to you and asking the questions. So please do write this down. And maybe Tracy, you could write this first one down, is being in alignment of your purpose and vision. Being in alignment with your purpose and vision. And an alignment and an aligned leader, right? It's the purpose and the vision of your tribe. It's having these real conversations so you could receive clarity about the level of participation. Simon Sinek said in many of his quotes, I'm going to share three of them that I love. The first one is, people don't buy what you do, they buy why you do it. And why you do it is your vision and your calling and your purpose. And there are only two ways to influence human behaviors. You can manipulate or you can inspire. And I know all of you here, or you could inspire it. And that's how you can influence humanity. If your action inspire others to dream more, learn more, do more, and become more, then you are a true aligned leader. As many of you are here who are living a spiritual path. And obviously, when we are spiritually aligned, we connect to the source of intelligence, which guides us to create the universe, including ourselves, right? Being spiritual aligned means discovering the essence of your being and the deepest value by which you live by. Being spiritual becomes a way of life, and that how you show up and are visible too. That's how you choose to be seen, an aligned spiritual leader. Again, if this relates to you, just say amen. I'm in. Amen. I am an aligned spiritual leader. And so the first one is about being in alignment with your purpose and vision, and being in alignment with your beliefs, being in alignment with who you are as a spiritual being. And what I want to say more about that is that when you are in alignment, you are a mirror. And those who are ready to see you and to be visible to you are in alignment with your purpose and your vision. That's what it's all about, ladies. That's what it's all about. So with that being said, I'm going to ask the question. And I want you to be totally authentic and honest to you, because this is a safe space, right? I want you to be seen in the fullest of who you are. And the question is, are you aligned with your vision? Are you aligned with your purpose? And I know those of you who answered are clear. Are you aligned with the clarity of people knowing exactly who you are? Yes, absolutely. Yes, 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 yes. Being in alignment with who you are. Beautiful. One of my favorite quotes is, I am a mirror. We are a mirror of relationships. Every relationship in our life is a mirror of us. And I so believe that. Yes? And is there anybody that would like to share about this first, segment of about us being in alignment? Anybody that wants to share, go ahead and raise your hand. Again, I want to hear. And this is where you can share, hey, Sahar, you know what? Here's what I know of being aligned. Here's what I know about of being aligned. I'm giving you the floor. All right. All right, let's do it. Maria. Woohoo!
Hey. Oh, I'm unmuted. I talked about money. I love the notion of money circulating. And I had this vision for years and years to become a bank. What would be the highest, the most expansive thing I could do? And, but I always, it was kind of a joke, people around me, because I worked with people on funding, bringing funding to the table and helping them with their business and all that. But I really wanted to be a bank. And so a few years ago, we really stepped into that. So we've been building a fund for the last couple of years, and we're deploying money into different projects and stuff. But I just feel every day as I work on it, it's a huge undertaking. We have a wonderful team, and there's a lot of days you just want to go, what the heck am I doing? But I feel so aligned, and no matter what happens, there have been times when we've gotten knocked down, or there's been rejection, and all kinds of things have happened. But no matter what, I always look at am I on the right path? And I always go back to I'm really doing my vision. This is my destiny right now. And every time we think about, should we just stop? Should we do something else? Is this too big? There's always this voice in my head that says, well, if I don't do this, what else would I be doing now? I have nothing, there's nothing else that's in my entire life that has ever been this burning thing. I have to do this. So it's really interesting. I constantly go back to what should I do something else? Is this too big? And I'm always no, what else would I be doing? What the heck? So it's been an amazing journey these last few years. And
I love that. Thank you.
And I feel prepared because of that. Because I feel so aligned and staying on purpose. I'm propelled right now. I'm on the moving sidewalk at the airport. That's how it feels.
Thank you, Marie, for sharing your truth. I love that. And again, it's that feeling sometimes there's something else. And she got right away. It's no, this is exactly what I want to do. This is what I'm aligned with. I tell you, ladies, every single time I try not to lead, no matter what, through divorce, foreclosure, bankruptcies, IRS auditing, being, at one point I didn't have a place to live. I had to live with people. Everything you could ever imagine in the past 12 years have happened to me. Literally, death of my parents. I stayed the course of leadership. And sometimes I might not know exactly the direction of the leadership that I want to lead in, but I know that I am aligned with leadership. And even when I had a reading with Natalia about, who I am, and she said, oh, you're leader first, then spirituality. Right away in my charts, right? Astrology showed up that I am a leader. So being in alignment with whatever, the way you want to show up, being in alignment with the thing that you're supposed to be doing, it's a knowing that no matter what happened, you are that. You need to show up and be visible in that space. Woo, that was powerful. All right, let's move forward. Anybody else? All right, let's go ahead and unmute. Go ahead. So I'm unmuting Sandhya again. Go for it.
Yes, I am aligned to being a sound alchemist. I've known, I would say for the last 10 years that this is my purpose. My wildest dream is to do sound healing on my own island with my own healing resort.
Take me with you.
With gongs everywhere and having people just chime the gongs every half hour, just healing the water, healing the earth, healing humanity. That's what it's all about for me. And it's all through sound. So I am aligned to sound, and that is me authentically.
Let me ask you something. Please say yes in the comments. Those of you who just heard both Maria and Sandy, did you feel that she's so aligned? Say yes. Did you feel it? Like I felt it. Like with Maria, I know I could trust her. Like this is her. With Sandy, it's the same thing. It's like, take me to that island right now. Let's do it, right? Like I felt it. And this is the space that I want you, when somebody's asking, how do you want to show up? How do you want to be visible? It's like, I am so aligned with my purpose and my vision. And by the way, for those of you who are not, don't feel at this moment, there is no wrong or right, or you are not certain. Sometimes it takes time. My leadership role didn't show up until I was in my 40s or 50s, right? I had clues, but it didn't show up until then. So it doesn't mean that, oh my God, I don't know what my purpose is. Just being here on this call alone shows me that you are curious. You are somebody who wants to know. But thank you for all the yeses. This is awesome. All right. So let's move on. I have two more. Oh, Natalia. We'll hear from Natalia. Natalia, where are you? Go ahead and unmute, and then go ahead, Natalia. I want to hear your wisdom.
I want just here to speak on this topic, like, as you just said, that many people don't feel aligned. And I was thinking about this quite a while, like yesterday especially, why it's happening. And the reason why people are not aligned a lot, because they live more outwards. So the universe right now is really, really, really helping us to be aligned, because what she's doing right now, you cannot go outside and then go inside. So like when you go inside, when you spend time going inside, then you can really understand yourself and feel yourself. And it's such a huge world. We just talked with my husband today. It's his birthday. He's 55, by the way. But we talked in the morning because we did like 1 hour breath work in the morning, pranayama. And when you do that, you go inside and you see the huge world inside of you, which is so beautiful. So like, I think everybody could be aligned quickly if they would do this internal work, meditation.
Beautiful. And that takes me to my next point. Thank you very much for that segue. I love it. Awesome. And I promise the other of you who are raising their hands, I will call on you as well. So let's go ahead and move on from number one of being aligned. And number two is being present with others, with the way you want to show up, with the way you want to be seen, and the way you want to engage in conversation with them. So being present is number two. In the way you conduct yourself, whether you're doing coaching sessions, speaking to a colleague, doing Facebook Live, whatever it is, it's that being present. Number two, right? Why? Because people could feel your presence. Being present is what makes an impact leader. It makes an impact, a leader that can make an impact on not just one, but the mass, right? If you can be present, obviously you first need to be present with yourself in order for you to be present with your tribe, with your community. And I'm not going to go into how you need to be present right now, but I want to tell you something. I listened to someone the other day, and I wish I remember their name, but when the name comes, I'll tell you. And they talked about the invisible power. Your invisible power, trying to make an impact by not screaming about how special you are, or you don't make an impact by, wanting your tribe to see me, I'm here, I'm an expert. No, it's allowing others to see your truth of who you are. Remember that aligned, authentic person that you are. What works is you being humble human being. This is it, being humble human being, living a humble, aligned life. While we are very humble, we are incredibly powerful. The paradox is not how much you scream to be noticed and to be visible or to be seen, but it's how much you truly understand the power that is invisible in you. and not visible. And that's exactly what Natalie was talking about. Our inner invisibility, the part of us that's invisible within us, is your soul, your character, your beliefs, your values, your inner person of who you are. That's what brings you to become oral alignment. All that is invisible in you is your powerhouse. Is your powerhouse. If you only know how extraordinary you are. And that is what makes you make such an impact, is when you know and own and be present with the leader that you are from the place of being invisible. So how you choose to be visible and use your invisible powers to empower and inspire others on your journey is what matters. I'm going to repeat that. How you choose to be visible and use your invisible powers to empower and inspire and make an impact on others on your journey is what matters, ladies and gentlemen. If you want to move with grace, you must all co-create together as a community where we all support each other in being seen for our greatest of what's invisible. We want to move with grace. We need to support each other of being seen for the greatness of what's invisible. Oh, I don't know about you, but that touches my heart. That touches my heart. And so that's the number one. Number two. Whew. So my question to you is this, and we're going to be taking shares right now again. What is invisible in you that needs to be seen? Write that down, Tracy. What is invisible in you that needs to be seen? And again, you could write it in the comments. Thank you, Tracy. You're doing awesome. I use the truth of honesty, and I love your comments. What is invisible in you that needs to be seen or be heard? Anybody? No? Okay. And that's fine. Maybe later you can, and we'll go from there. Excellent. Let's go ahead and move on. Thank you so much for hanging in there with us. Number three is engaging in honest and real ways with people, so they feel who you are with them. You're part of the same community who shares the same concerns and enthusiasm. This kind of interaction inspires people into even greater transformation. Engaging leaders invest their thinking, their time, their energy, and are prepared to the vulnerability of being with people. By doing this, they are inspired people of their greatness. So number three is engaging in an honest and real way. I know Patty mentioned that she is the honest leader, right? And this is exactly what we're talking about, is being true to who you are, the authentic person that who you are, to be engaged and to be inspiring people from the truth. And the truth is inspiring people from the greatness of who you are. So how do you become visible and be seen? So I'm going to talk about the 3 points that I mentioned on our Facebook Live yesterday. I'm going to go a little bit more in depth. But before I do talk about the how, is there anyone that has any questions right now? Anybody has any questions? Again, raise your hand. Anybody has any questions so far? All right, so let's go ahead and dive right in to that. All right, how do you receive visibility and being seen? And before we do this, I want to make sure that to again, thank you all for being here and hanging in there with me. So number one is the how to become visible is to participate, right? To participate. How do you participate? Obviously, the obvious thing right now is social media is the best way right now. It's the virtual conversations that you're having, the gatherings that you are probably leading or want to lead, the meetings that you join. I invite you to post more, to like more, to engage with allies more, having more conversations with colleagues online. Share your tips, your wisdom. Be generous in giving. Right now, that's how you need to participate. You need to be seen, and you have to be seen right now for those of you who are creating transformation. And with that, you have to participate. You would want to participate. One of the things that I invite all of you to join us, and majority of you are there, the Soulful Leader Community Facebook group. Every Wednesday, I have the What's Your Soulful Business Wednesdays, where you get to share all your business. You're being visible that way by participating. And I see you and I make comments. This is one way. Any group that you belong to, or any group that you lead, show up more by participating more. So that's number one. Number two is connect. And that is to be safe to connect to influencers right now. I want to pause here for a minute. There are so many amazing influencers that are out there right now. They're just divine, perfect being right now. This is a perfect divine timing because a lot of people are at home. Yes, some people are continue to be busy. Some people are still working, but there's a lot of influencers out there that is it okay for you to share what you want, your needs and wants with. They're not as busy as they are usual. This is a great opportunity to connect to them. I am reaching out to some influencers right now, and believe it or not, people are actually responding. I'm asking questions. I'm asking if they could coach me on a certain thing. I'm asking if they could support me in a certain way, right? Pick up the phone, call people daily, offer your loyal and you know, offer what you like, whatever it is that you want to ask for. Even call your past clients, offer them free mentorship. That's what I'm doing right now for the past clients. Like, I'm going to pick a date that is good enough on a weekly basis to show up for an hour to 90 minutes to support, right? Our colleagues, how can you support them? How can you be supported? You know, mastermind with each other. Again, I have mastermind groups. I have clients that are doing mastermind groups right now. Share your genius right now. That's how you can be visible. It's not always about how much money you can make right now, or how much you need to generate, or how much your 6-figure, 7-figure income anymore. It's about us being vulnerable to reach out and ask for guidance and support, and to be generous in which reaching out and support others that we can share our genius with. Literally, this is what it's about right now. And that's how you can connect. So my question to you is, who do you need or want to connect with right now? And what are your intentions for that connection? So let's go ahead and back. Who do you feel like you need to connect with? It could be a mentor, a coach, a healer. It could be somebody that you really want to connect with for guidance and support, or you want to share and show up for them right now. Perhaps there may be a collaboration in the future. Anybody? Nobody wants to connect to anyone? All right. Let's go ahead for Patricia. Go ahead, Patricia.
What you've been saying has been spot on with what I've been doing. I haven't been active, never been a person to be active on Zoom, but what I've been doing recently to connect with people, not just my former clients, people that are in my private Facebook group, but also the influencers. And I've posed some questions to them that I'm basically asking them, saying that I'm doing a survey. And of course, we as women, we always want to participate and be a part of helping. And so that is one way that I am connecting with potential clients, not necessarily with that aim or that goal, but I need this for myself because yes, we're all shut in, and I'm single and I'm at home by myself. I need to have these conversations on a regular basis. So that's what I've done. I put forth this quest. And the first week, it was just so overwhelming with the responses that were coming in so fast. I'm like, I couldn't keep up with all of the appointments, and I've had to slow it down to catch my breath. But that's what I've been doing, connecting with influencers, people that I have not been able to connect with because of whatever reason. But now that I feel that I do, I'm feeling emboldened to do it. And it's been a win-win situation for just not just for me, but for them as well.
I love that. Thank you so much. She is making it intentional to connect. And look how wonderful you're overwhelmed with everybody, especially you when it comes to money, right? People want to know where they're at financially right now. And of course you're going to be busy. I hope you are busy right now. This is really an important topic right now. Thank you so much. Anybody else? I saw a few of you. I know Cindy did, Patty did. Let's go for it, Patty.
Good, I'm on. I joined an association recently, and my way of connecting is there's like 800 members. I'm just kind of going through the membership list and calling people and just saying, I just joined. What do you think of the association? How's your business going? This is what I do, but I don't know any of these people. But it's the only way I can think of to get in touch. And it's the Schaumburg Business Association, and they have entrepreneurs to large companies. So I'm just putting it out there. I get a lot of voicemail, so I just leave a message and keep going.
I love that. You're putting yourself out there so you can be heard and you can be eventually seen. I love that. And that's what I invite all of you to do. Like, she has a niche and she's very aligned with what she's teaching. What if you do the same? What if you actually find the niche and reach out to these corporations and companies? Like, for example, some of you who are in the health and wellness, it's just what came down for me right now, what came up for me right now is why not reach corporations, whether they're answering or not, just leave messages and say, we want to make sure that for the best, health and wellness of your employees when they do come back, I have a specific service that I could support you in. It could be educational, it could be inspirational, it could be, some product. Why not? I mean, yes, you might not, your business, why not? Or even companies that want to learn more about money and finances. Reach out to these big corporations. In fact, one of my friends is encouraging me to go and start working with women in leadership so they could be more aligned in the corporate scene, C-level or, companies that have women in leadership so they could be more aligned. So that's something that I'm thinking outside of the box from what I am used to always, right? So think outside of the box with your purpose and who you are and what you're doing right now. What else can you do that you typically may have not done? Who can you connect with that really can serve, that you can serve, right? That you may have not, because this is it. This is the opportunity. I know a lot of people are saying, well, we can't get a hold of them. Look at Patty. She's a great example. She called and left voicemails anyways. Like, I am reaching out to anyone that I've known in the past that are extremely influential, because my goal is to have a platform, a membership platform, and I want everyone to be a member of it. And I want people that are of influence to be part of this membership. So I have an intention, right? Because people of influence tend to have more influence, and I want my community to be surrounded with people like that. So constantly think of ways outside of the box in which you could connect to people. All right, let's see. Somebody else I know raised their hands, and let's go ahead with Sarah. Wait, was there somebody else? Hold on one second. That raised their hands. Vashali, you haven't spoken. Go for it, sweetheart. I saw you.
Yeah, you saw me, but what I was doing is I was trying to get your attention onto Patricia. She had her hand up.
No, you're it. You're gonna be seen. You said you wanted to be here. So
that's fine. But I was trying, Patricia. I was trying. So I don't even, so what was your question, since I wasn't?
Just tell me, who do you want to connect with that you could use their services to support?
That I could use their services, or they can use
No. You need your services to support them. Like, how can you get out of your comfort zone? Like, tell us a little bit about what are you aligned with as far as your purpose. Tell us a little bit about you first.
Yeah, so, I'm transitioning from I may still be doing my tours in Sedona, but I do spiritually oriented tours in Sedona, really utilizing the vortex energies as really an excuse to do a lot of 3-hour retreats with people that they really appreciate.
I love that.
It gets really deep into spirituality where they don't expect to do that on a vortex tour. And so what I'm realizing is that based on the feedback I get from people, and also what I know I'm offering, is that I want to be more seen in getting that off the land and online somehow. You know, so I've been outlining what I do this week and looking at ways to get it online. I don't know anything about being online. I was thinking about getting off the land anyway before COVID, but now it's like, okay. So, you know, getting it, some of the ways that I would like to offer my, what I have to offer is online courses, Facebook group. I'm working on setting up a Facebook group, and also
So
just
who do you
seeing where
think you
that
would
leads.
want to connect to?
These are people that are really seriously looking at, well, it definitely involves meditation and that kind of thing, but it's not just meditation on just like, oh, let me just get centered and relax and that kind of, you know, but it's really more about really choosing our divine will over our ego's will. And the ego is a great way of coming in the back door consistently and
Who
easily.
do you want to connect with?
People that are ready to drop their ego mind.
Okay, perfect. That's what I want to hear. Those are the people. So I want you to think, who are these people? Where are they hanging out? You know, what are they doing? So one thing I know about you, we both share the same birthday. So that's one thing. We met a couple of years ago, not a couple of years, about 10 years ago.
It was a long time ago now.
We've become friends. I moved to Illinois, she moved to Sedona. But I just want you to also think about this. And you know what, just like I'm getting these like really cool messages from Spirit right now. It's telling you is, what if you do a virtual tour of Sedona, introducing them of the lay of the land, right? And as you're sharing the pictures or the images, you could do the deep work. How cool would that be?
I could do the what?
I mean, you know how you take them on a physical tour?
Yeah. Well, I actually
do a virtual one.
Well, I
could be a guinea pig.
Thanks. Well, maybe I will. I ran that idea, quite honestly, past my business coaches, and you know, who also live here in Sedona, and they didn't think it was marketable. They just didn't think that anybody would buy it.
Do you feel it is? Do you feel that it may work or may not?
You know, it's possible. I mean, it would be. I'd have to get really. I mean, the idea has circulated in my head before.
Okay.
So it's maybe I would do it anyway and just see what happens. But that's probably not the first thing I'm going to do. But it is, I think, one of the things that's on my list of things to do. And again, that's more a tour of Sedona. It really has nothing to do with what my intention is to bring people into more of their realization of who they are and in choosing in their daily life, like which teacher they're talking to, their ego mind, their God mind. But the virtual tour of Sedona is definitely something I've considered.
Yeah.
It's just, you know, it's just.
Listen, okay. You need to just do it. You know, just do it. Seriously. Just do it. Find a few friends that say, hey, I want to take you on a tour, virtual tour of Sedona, and do my work as I'm taking you on a virtual tour. And you want to give me your feedback. I am so getting it. Like, you have been thinking about it, and I got a big yes. I really got a big yes because you didn't tell me prior to that.
Right.
I really invite you. This is what I'm talking about. Get out of your comfort zone and what other people are influencing you to. So here's the thing about coaches and healers and business mentors sometimes, okay? A lot of time they are so programmed to teach a certain specific way of how they're supposed to, that they put everybody in the same box. Well, you are unique. What you're offering is so unique. So why not make it more unique and show up that way? Like, you're going to be the only one on earth that is going to be offering Sedona tours virtually as you're doing the inner deep work with them. How cool is that? If anybody here feels it's cool, can you put the word cool for Vishali? Please put cool, 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 cool. Look at that.
Yeah, well, of course. And and of course,
just follow your intuition. Follow your intuition and go for it.
I'll go for it when Sedona opens up, because half the places I would go they're all closed down right now.
Virtually. You have taken photos.
I can't get on the land. I can't get on the land to do my videos.
No. I'm talking about just on just take photos and just do it virtually.
I wanted to do videos. I wanted to make.
Okay. All right. All right. Well,
yeah. Well, that too. But I really wanted to do it more videos.
That's the next step. I love it. Thank you so much for sharing.
Thank you.
Awesome. Anybody else? Anybody else that wants to share ways in connecting? All right. Let's do Sarah. Go for it. And again, if you have any questions for me, I'm here to serve as well.
So one of the things I've done a bit of, and I want to do more, and I'm really glad you brought up the question, is interviews with colleagues in the world of leadership, in the world of progressive thinking and transformation. And definitely as this time is moving and things are still somewhat on hold, the ripeness of life mission, like really interviewing and helping people bring that out in their interviews.
I love that. And how are you going to be doing it?
On Zoom, I need to learn a couple things or interview with someone who knows more about Zoom than I do to be able to get the split screen and that kind of thing.
That's beautiful. Christy is an expert. So Christy, please make sure you connect to Sarah and she can help you. Anybody who needs help in anything to do with technology, please reach out to Christy. She's supporting me and supporting others as well, and if she has space. So Christy, do you want to share something? No? Okay, you're just there. All right, who else? Somebody else also. Thank you, Sarah, for sharing. I think that's brilliant. And I'll be more than happy to be one of the people to be interviewed. See, I just reached out and connected with her and asked. Ask. For those of you who want to be interviewed and consider yourself an aligned leader, say, Sarah, call me. Okay? Perfect. I want to hear from Michelle Silva. Can you talk, Michelle? No? Who else raised your hand? I see, who else? Maria? No? Okay. Who else?
Oh, yeah. No, I would.
Okay, go ahead.
I didn't know. Did you get to everyone? I don't want to.
Yes. I think that's okay. Here's what I want you to answer. The question is, who do you want to connect with right now so you could be seen?
Right now, since this happened, my pivot, I'm partnered with a network of 200 lenders. So I realized I'm very relevant right now with what's going on. I have solutions for people. So I want to meet with real estate investors or people that do training for real estate investors because I have money for them, or anyone that wants to buy. A lot of people want to reinvent their lives. They want to buy a business, buy a franchise, get into cash flow. So anyone that is people that work with people that are buying businesses, like franchise people, or people that work with people to build their businesses, like business coaches, because I just want to get my solution out to people that need resources right now. It's fairly simple way to access capital, and people need working capital and they need to reinvent their life and all of that. And can I just say one thing too about some people, I know we all got turned around when this happened. We're like, should I keep doing what I'm doing and all that? But I really find that, if you're relevant to what's happening right now and relevant to people's healing, relevant to, getting through the crisis, with some people, you have an obligation to put yourself out there. That's how I'm feeling about it right now, because people have been pulling back and offering their solutions. I'm like, well, if it's relevant, you have to. And I really have that sense of urgency about it.
And also, I love that. That is so true. It's not just about it being relevant. It's for you to dig deep and see what services that you have maybe not offered in the past, that are relevant to now, right?
Yeah, I mean, I was busy building my fund, and I realized, and we're doing that, and I'm working on bigger projects. But I realized, oh my gosh, I have a financial solution for people right now, and they were struggling in the whole SBA process. I mean, that's very encumbered right now, and now people are not getting what they need. But anyway, I just want to share that.
I love that. Thank you so much. And again, we're going to be doing a whole session with Maria so she could help everybody else. All right, let's go ahead. Cindy. Yes, go ahead.
Yes, hi. So what I've been doing is actually connecting with my personal page on Facebook and doing daily lives and actually doing card pulls and meditation to bring people out of the room that they're in and bring them into a different space, meaning online, and finding some safety in being online. I think
love
right
that.
now
So you're
people
reaching
are
out to
retreating.
people. You're
Yeah.
reaching out to people. You're connecting, because that's the question. Is you?
Yes, and I'm finding that leaders are even coming on and asking for friendship.
I love
So
that.
getting people together in the internet space is also pretty big right now, because people are finding their homes to be very confining.
Yes.
So, and if they're not really involved in meditation yet, to actually give them a space where they can feel safe and hold it. We as aligned leaders and meditators and alchemists can hold space for those who aren't able to do that yet, and we can bring their energy up to where they want to be, and they can feel a little safe, they can release some stress, and they can find what they need in meditation, and then be good for their families the rest of the day.
Thank you.
Know?
And
so that's where I feel like I'm serving the people on my space in that way. And I get the influencers and stuff, but I'm just starting out. So as I need material to actually create programs and things, because I want to be on YouTube. I want to be in other places. I want to be on Instagram. So everything that I'm doing is also allowing me to create programs, to come up with ideas. I'm more connected into my energy and even pulling in more ideas for programs. So as I connect with Source and as I connect with Gaia, I'm finding more and more ways of putting myself out there.
I love that.
It's wonderful, which, I mean, I came here, so I'm learning from you, and it's broadening my horizons too. So I'm learning in a lot of different ways.
I love that.
So, but this can be a safe space.
Yes, yes,
too.
I love that. Thank you.
As long as they get rid of the new stuff and they see us, that's where we're going to be very important to them.
I love that. Thank you so much, Cindy. And again, Christine, Christy, I want to keep plugging her in. Please do reach out. She's somebody you definitely need to connect with in regards to helping you with your social media platforms, digital media, digital marketing. She's awesome. Very good. All right. Anybody else before we move on to the third one? No, we're good. Excellent. Excellent. And then, by the way, for those of you who are here, I really want to find time towards the end to answer any of your visibility questions. All right. This is going to be a bonus from me to you. Anybody who has a challenge right now to being visible, whether it's the invisible part of you or the out visible part, maybe I could guide you, to answer any of your questions. So we're almost complete here. And the third one is about showing up. And it sounds like many of you are. We don't realize that our authenticity is the one thing more than anything that makes us unique. Often we are influenced by people, right? Often we are told you shouldn't be this way, or you should be that way, and you should do this, or you should be not doing this. But what I want to invite you to know that you are unique, you are different. I know you have been hearing this over and over and over, but I invite you to show up as you see what happens. Like I was sharing with Vashali, show up virtually, put pictures, find photos, show up authentically of who you are and see what happens. And often, in our society, we conform to our social pressure. We conform to people. We conform to, because we're told that you should be seen a particular way. I invite you as an aligned leaders to throw that away. I'm giving you permission right now, and just be authentic to who you really are. You could be goofy, you could be funny, you could be weird, you could be whatever. Just be who you are. And generally, believe that others are more likely to be correct, but they're not. In general, we do think that way, but they're not. So where and why and how do we show up, right? How do we show up? You could show up on live streams, asking questions when you are in a meeting, creating video segments like Vishali said. Share them, or Sydney, she's saying, share them with your tribe, community. Find ways who people that are looking for experts to interview, like, Sarah said, create your own podcast or TV station on YouTube. Right now, I'm cleaning up my YouTube. Show up as an aligned leader that you are. Your authentic self. And I kid you not, not everything is perfect and great right now for me in certain ways and I'm just being totally authentic with you. But yet I am driven to continue to wanting to be visible, right? In every way possible. I'm visible by doing these for everybody. As my gift, I'm visible by, giving away my service to my past loyal clients, my private clients. I'm visible by constantly looking at other groups, connecting to my colleagues and asking for support. I've had a lot of conversations with people that could help me in a place where I need guidance and support. It's not just about you being the leader and showing up like you're supposed to. No, it's not. There is no wrong or right. Just being authentic is the only right way of who you are. That's what all being aligned is what it is. So where do you choose to show up is my next question. Right now, I've heard a lot of you talk about, some of the things that you're doing. But is there a specific place on the social media, the virtual land of ours, that you choose to show up in? Like, if there is one, and if you choose to show up, you showed up here, so thank you very much. But my question is there a space, how like there's a specific people that you want to connect with? Is there a space that you really need to show up with? I heard Sarah said she wants to interview experts and leaders, which is awesome. That's how she chooses to show up. How about for you? How do you, or where, not how, where do you choose to show up? Where? Is it a platform? Is it maybe somebody else's podcast? Maybe somebody else. Where do you choose to show up? And again, for those of you who are still with us, if you want to raise your hand, where do you want to show up? Okay, and I understand if you're not sure where. Okay, and I think some of us may have already answered that, and that's fine. For example, I'll tell you, maybe you could think more about it. I want to show up on Oprah. That's really been my vision, right? Thank you. Who else wants that? Say, hey. Yes. That's where I want to show up. That's what I'm talking about. I'm not talking about just show up on just anybody. Like, how many here would like to show up on, be interviewed by Oprah, right? Say yes. Okay? All of us. Everybody should be saying yes if you're in alignment with her. How about showing up, being interviewed on TV or in the news, station? How about our radios, podcasts? There's so many out there, but you just need to do the research. The other day I was listening to a podcast and he sounded so amazing and he's interviewing these amazing influencers, and I reached out. I might not have that quote unquote level of influence, but I do have some influence, and I reached out and he reached back to me. He goes, sure, I'll have my team reach out to you and let's see what you have to offer. I do have a lot to offer. And these opportunities don't show up sometimes unless you ask for them. So what I invite you to do is to ask yourself, where do I want to show up? Where do I want to show up? Yes, I showed up as interviewed on podcast about my services. Excellent. Thank you very much. I just showed up in March issues of Entrepreneur Magazine. Congratulations, Kat. Oh my God, that is so amazing. Thank you for sharing that. Where else are you showing up? I showed up, interviews, okay, Oprah, podcast, TV, lots of places. Tracy Wiseman. Okay, perfect. Opportunities. Excellent, excellent, excellent. So yes, there are a lot of people out there that are movers and shakers, and perhaps just now, here's the thing. Like, if we consider ourselves to be ordinary, right? That's what's in right now. We are in right now. Our ordinariness is in right now. And a lot of people that are quote unquote influencers are looking for ordinary people that are doing extraordinary things. And that's who they want to highlight. This is the platform. The world is available to us, ladies. It is really available to us. So I invite you to think outside of your box. If anything you learned here today is just being in alignment with who you are as a leader, being in alignment with your vision and purpose, and being invisible, tapping into your invisibleness, right? Figure out ways in which you could connect with people, showing up, giving back, all of that I've shared with you today. But the number one thing that I want you to leave today with is this. You are magnificent. You are exactly who you need to be right now. And let's go ahead and expand our visibility. Let's go ahead and expand who we are as magnificent being. That alone is powerful. That alone is magnificent. That alone is inspiring for you to make an impact. Just knowing who you are and exactly what you need to do. And I'm going to go ahead and read a beautiful, one of my favorite quotes. I want to read a quote, and then I'm going to read the quote by Marianne Williamson. It is a very famous one, but I thought this would be a perfect quote for us to read. And then the remaining times that we have, I really, really want to be able to give back to you in a ways of which, if there's anything I could serve you right now, this is how I'm giving back on this call, okay? I'll be more than happy to guide you and support you and maybe doing some coaching with you right now. So I want to sing like the birds sing, not worrying about who heard or what they think. Rumi. I want to sing like the birds sing, not worrying about who heard or what they think. Ah, that is a beautiful quote, and I will put it in our Facebook. I will go ahead and post that in our Facebook. All right, so let's go ahead and read the poem or the quote by Marianne Williamson that goes like this. Our deepest fear is not that we are inadequate. Our deepest fear is that we are powerful beyond measure. It is our light, not our darkness, that most frighten us. We ask ourselves, who am I to be brilliant, gorgeous, talented, fabulous, magnificent? Actually, who are you not to be? You are a child of God. Your playing small does not serve the world, ladies. There is nothing enlightened about shrinking so that other people won't feel, so others won't feel insecure around you. We are all meant to shine as children do. We were born to make manifest the glory of God that is within us. It is not just in some of us, it is in everyone. And as we let our own light shine, we unconsciously give other people permission to do the same. I'm going to repeat that. And as we let our own light shine, we unconsciously give other people permission to do the same. As we are liberated from our own fear, our presence automatically liberates others. And this is what I'm talking about. This is what I'm talking about. At this time, we all need to be liberating our own fear in order for us to be present for others and to liberate them, give them permission to be okay. And that is what being seen and being visible is all about. That's what it's all about. Woo! With that being said, we have some time, and I want to share something with you that I've been just getting so interesting. The visibility and being seen is one of the most scariest topics for people. In the past, when this is maybe my third or fourth time that I bring this topic forth to my community. The lowest attendees has always been this topic. People always drop out with this topic. And it is happening here again. Typically, we have a lot of people left, and I'm not judging them. but it is scary. So I want to give you a clap for you to hang in there all the way with us right now, because you are truly here to show up and be visible, so you're able to make an impact. And I want to congratulate you for that. I really want to congratulate you, because a lot of people have the fear of showing up. And I talked about fear in the past, but you are so aligned with who you are. You are so aligned with your purpose and your vision. You are here to create change. So thank you for hanging in all the way, all the way. And again, the timing that I give is based on the timing of the collective, right? And you get to have me right now. If you have any questions right now, I want to honor you. Is there anything that I could do right now to serve you? If there's a challenge that you're having, whether it is in your personal life or it is in your business, that I could support you and guide you through, and us with spirit, please take the advantage opportunity, and not advantage, but raise your hand, and I'll be more than happy to support you. This is a safe space. So I saw Monica. She just said thumbs up. Do you want to speak? Go ahead, Monica.
Yes, thank you so much, Sahar. Really appreciate your coaching, and I definitely want to be seen in Zoom and Instagram and Facebook. And it has been a dream of mine to be on the Oprah. I've been watching her Soulful every Sunday, and it's been wonderful. What I would like assistance and throwing it out to the universe is to provide donations or grants to our nonprofit dance center that I have in Castro Valley. That's what I'm looking into. And I'm also looking into a business coach. I want to be seen, and now is the time.
Perfect. So I could help you with both. So let's go ahead and see what, so do you want to get some coaching right now?
Yes.
Okay. So Monica, can you put on your video or no?
I'm currently working, so that's why it's been tough to do both.
Okay. Okay. I understand. I honor the space that you're at. Excellent. So let me see what I got from you. That number one is you're trying to get funding for a nonprofit. Is that what I heard?
That's correct.
Yes. Okay. Very good. And you're having a challenge of finding fundings?
Yes, that's correct.
Okay, perfect. So number one, from a practical way of getting fundings, is we could get a hold of Maria, and I'll connect you guys. She could support you in seeing the different avenues in which you could get funding for your nonprofit. And I will make sure that Maria, if you don't mind putting your contact information, if you could still hear me down here. If not, I will connect you with her, okay? That's a practical way of doing it. I know that the government is giving a lot of the PPP and the SBA and all these different ways. I mean, even right now, they're giving people that are not making enough money sole proprietorship. The EDD is also. So there's so much going on right now, and I'm sure you may or may not applied for your organization. But from a perspective of calling it in is what I want to help you with. So I'll do that in just a little bit. As far as a business coach, I would be more than happy to have a conversation with you and see if we're a good fit, right? And if not, maybe somebody else could help you as well. But I'll be more than happy to support you in that way, and I'll reach out after. So as far as a way of calling it in, I know that you are somebody who is spiritually aligned, right?
That's correct.
And you're on the path of personal development and growth, because I do always ask that question. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to just close my eyes right now and just check in energetically. That's how I do my sessions, and just surround you with white light and ask only for white light and protection to be with us here today, and only white beings that are here today, in order for me to support Monica on her question of calling in the exact amount of money. And I want to check in energetically to see if, Monica, perhaps you have any things that are standing in your way, and I'm going to surround you with white light right now and see what is going on. Interesting. Okay. I always see images, and I always see things, and that's how I start with my coaching, and then we dive deep into the blocks and what's going on. It's so interesting. As soon as I closed my eyes, and what the image that I saw is of you having the square, and the shapes have significant meanings. I'm not going to go into it right now, but you have a square of a bright light all around your physical body. Like, it's not circle and it's not round, it's not a bubble, but literally a square. Okay. And I think that may mean what I'm getting right now. It may mean that it may be more or less from an analytical perspective, but it is a light. It's a cube. It's a cube that's in your way, but it's bright. It's not dark. So what I feel, what I'm getting right now is that square, whatever it represents, is you are way too much in your head right now. It feels true. Almost like, is that true?
That's true.
You're so in your head that you're sort of blocking the allowing the money to flow to you. Okay, you are so in your head right now that you do not see your heart. You don't even see the connection. I want you to envision like a big square all around your body where you can't even move. And it's bright, meaning the brightness means that you have good intention, because you are somebody who really cares, and the project that you want to fund is really important to you. Is it not?
That's correct.
That's correct. But that block of light, and I think you are so invested in this project that you're exuding the brightness that is created in that box that it's blocked right now. So here's what I want to invite you to do. Number one is to leave your headspace by doing some meditation of expanding love. This is like the number one tool that I've been using. And again, I'll share that with everybody. Expanding your heart. Do a meditation where expanding your heart and sending love to the people that are around you, to the people that are in your city, to the people that are in the universe, the galaxies. And when you expand that love, what's going to happen is that big, bright light that you have, that box, is going to dissipate. It's going to be more or less a clear box, because we still need it, because you are in that incubator of right now, you're in the incubator of that box and making sure that you're focusing on it. But we don't want that box to be full white and solid. We want it to be a fluorescent. We want it to be a very light, so you could see your heart through it. So you could see your heart. Right now, you cannot see your heart. And that's where you call in that funds. That place is when the money is going to be coming in. From that place is where the essence of the reason why the funds need to come in, why the universe is going to see you. How is it going to see if you're always blocked, right? And that block is not just block as a physical thing, but there is a lot of emotion that is attached to it. But that's something maybe you and I could do on a separate call. It is about you leaving that headspace and allowing you to go in your heart and to think of, how can I support the collective, not just the project that I'm so focusing my attention on right now. How can I support the collective that is also in need of my light? And it can't just be in that square block. And so we need to do some work in which to release that and allow you to move into the heart. And the heart is where everything happens. That's your invisible. That's your invisible, yes. Your heart.
And it's interesting, because I would say the last few months, it has been hard for me to meditate. So I would have loved to join a meditation circle as well.
Yes, and I know some of you are having them. I don't know if Sydney is, right? And she could help you with this sound as well. That's why we're here. We're all here to support each other. Very good. Let's go ahead and take a deep breath. I want you to take a deep breath. Let's go ahead and everybody, let's collectively take a deep breath for Monica. And release. And my invitation to you, Monica, is I will share, if you don't mind emailing me, and I will go ahead and share that meditation with you for the next week, every single day. I want you to do the meditation about love and just tap into your heart. And I do see a little blockage around your heart as well. A lot of time, ladies, what happens is those blocks, the invisible blocks that we are not aware of, are in our way. And trust me, I have them too. Are always on our way. It takes others to see them. right? And that's what I'm here to do, and to help you and serve you. So number one is the practicals, to reach out to Marie and we'll connect you. Number two is the invisible practicality of you reaching from your head to your heart. Do you have any other questions, Monica?
No, that is just fantastic. I really appreciate my starter kit. Thank you.
You are welcome. I look forward to reaching out, and hopefully
Absolutely.
I'll be able to
Thank
guide you
you
and support you if we're the right fit.
So grateful. So grateful. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. You're welcome. Anybody else that feel right now has a question that I need to support them? We have 15 minutes, so I might be doing one or two. Don't be shy. I'm here to serve. All right, let's do with Rima. Hi, sweetheart. How are you? And happy Ramadan.
Thank you. Ramadan Kareem, everyone. It's nice to see you all. I have a few things to talk about before I ask for your support, if you allow me the time. So I've been listening all day, through the whole session today. I wanted to give, as you requested, the opportunity for everyone else to actually speak before, for the new ones to speak before I chimed in.
Thank you.
And it was very interesting that you mentioned when you mentioned the word, you mentioned the sentence that usually every time you do this session, it's a very low number of people who actually come in, and that's the time where I actually raised my hand because I wanted to share my story about that. I remember when you did the first one, I was a mess. I cried myself. I cried the whole session when we had the circle, and I've met most of the wonderful ladies here at that time. And I do remember choking so bad at that time while I was crying. And I like to be vulnerable, and it's liberating to actually talk about that experience, because I really felt every word you were mentioning, it's like you're hitting my heart with a stone. You're trying to break years and years and years of calcification on my heart that I'm not allowed to feel this or this or this or this, or just brush it off, or that, or you're tough enough, or blah, 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 but whatever the mindset was. And I never thought I was worthy enough. And that's when I got hooked on you.
Thank you.
And I have to be honest, the whole night I was dreaming about you even. And that was really, really interesting, maybe because I was like, I'm going to make sure I'm not going to miss today's session, because with Ramadan and our waking schedule and sleeping schedule, it's all messed up.
Thank you. What I invite you to do right now, because we only have 10 more minutes, is to dive into how I can serve you, so I could coach you. And as I am coaching you or guiding you, I'm going to be able to serve everybody else. So let's dive right into it. Go for it.
So the thing is that when I was listening to everyone else about what they see themselves, how they see themselves visible, that's when I felt a little bit lost, because I don't see myself visible in any of those ways. And I started thinking, is that wrong? Because the way that I was seeing myself visible, how am I seeing myself visible? The way that I'm seeing myself visible, is it wrong? The way that I'm seeing myself visible is just by being the friend, the person, the go-to person that when you need. I'm texting people, calling people randomly, just checking in on them, making sure they're doing well. And I'm getting the feedback, or I'm getting people that I haven't gotten in contact with before, on a friend-to-friend basis.
So your question is, am I being fully aligned with my purpose of just being as visible and available as I am right now?
This I know I am.
Okay.
But I'm not doing like extra more, trying to be the person that I know I can be more.
Okay. All right.
On a larger scale. Okay. Like my vision is like shorter than being on Oprah and Instagram. And I commend you all for doing that. And I'm still terrified of doing that aspect. And Sahar has been pushing me a lot to do that.
Yes.
But the thing is, I'm trying to be like more of a, okay, Sahar wants me, or Janan wants me, or Ibtisam wants me, they can get in contact with me and they feel easy and being able to release everything that they need to be. And is that wrong to think about that with everything that's going on right now? Okay. It's so ironic that I really feel at peace.
Okay.
So at peace.
Let's meet you right now. So here's what I know about Rima. She is magnificent human being. Okay, I've known her for a while, and I apologize to mute this because this is part of what I need to guide you and help you in. Rima, and I want to be totally honest because I want to serve you and I love you to death, right? And I've always been honest with you. There's a lot of noise that's happening in your brain. Again, the head, the same advice that I gave to Monica. And you create the noise, by not being present. Yes? You create the noise by not being present. And a lot of time, us ladies, since that's who we have here, and the gentlemen that will be listening to this replay, we create the noise in order for us not to listen to what is happening in our heart. So we get our brain, or in the mind, the mind. So we decided to use our voice. And those of you who do voice, Cindy, you know what I'm talking about, the sound. We're constantly talking and talking and talking and talking and talking to not allow what is supposed to be unfold for us, the truth, to show up. And I'm talking in general. If you know what I'm talking about, nod your head. And trust me, I'm one of those people too. What I want to invite you to do right now, and I'll do a little check-in with you, Rima, is to literally ask yourself every single day, am I committed to silence? Am I committed to silence? And I know this is Ramadan, this couldn't be a more perfect timing. And am I committed to be present with others when I'm speaking? Am I committed to listening? Because in that space of listening, not only are you listening to your inner guidance and your inner invisible guidance, but you're also getting the right answers in which, what is my calling? You know, I wake up every day and I get emotional and I say, God, use me as the vessel to serve today. This is really what I want right now. I want to be able to serve. And I'm being so present with it right now. It is not about me making $1 million or being a this or that. It's about how can I serve, but I am quiet and I ask. And I invite you to do the same thing. Being in the split, how can I serve right now? Use me right now to be able to serve others. Listen to what Spirit is allowing you, giving you the opportunity or the way in which you need to serve, Rima, and everybody else right now. You are the bridge of service right now. You are serving others. You are reaching out to others. You are sharing. And I love that about you. And I've called you many times too. And you're there. But I want you to just allow yourself to listen inwards and listen outwards. Don't allow the sound of your voice. Don't allow the sound of your voice to be the blur that's blurring what is supposed to be coming up, that you're supposed to be receiving. Because I know that you want to show up and I know you want to be present. But what I invite you to do right now is to just listen, and your calling will show up. That's what I've been doing every single day. And I invite each and every one of you. It's not just about us meditating. Are we listening? Are we at pause to listen? I do it in nature. Every single day I take about an hour walk. And I listen through the trees, the birds, the fruits. I pick flowers. These flowers right behind me, I pick them from nature and I have a conversation with them. If everything is one, nothing is in the way. Our voices, our thoughts are in the way. If everything is one, there is nothing in the way. But we put ourselves in these boxes. We put ourselves in these the noise. We just need to be quiet and listen and move from our head into our heart. And I could talk about this until my face turns blue, but literally the answer to everything is to you be able to connect to the essence of who you are. And it takes time. It takes time. And when your true calling is meant for you to expand to a different, group of people in which you could maybe receive income from, so you're able to be more, sustainable, Rima, what I invite you to do, what's going to happen is you're going to know you have bits and pieces. You have bits and pieces. You just need to embody it so you're able to be whole. Like right now, I noticed that we finished earlier. I could have said, sorry, no. I just said, okay, how can I serve? Spirit said, do some coaching right now. That's what these women need. I listened. I didn't plan this. I didn't have it on an agenda. And I know now you all who stayed here is being served. And perhaps, just perhaps, this could be a segment that I could incorporate towards the end. So what I invite you to do is to listen. The universe always gives you the gifts, the answers. You just need to listen and take action. I hope this was helpful. Was this helpful to everyone else? I want to unmute you. Thank you, Rima, for being the vessel.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Anytime, every time. Thank you.
Thank you. I hope this was helpful for everybody else, the message that we've heard today. I want to thank Monica and Rima for being here. I want to thank all of you for sharing. I want to thank each and every one of you who stayed the course all the way through. No judgment to anybody else. I know you're here for greatness. And one thing I just like I invited Monica to do is anybody who needs guidance and help. I know I have a team, my spiritual guides are my team. And they're here to help me and see and how I could support you, whether it is in your personal or in your business. This is exactly how I help people. Just the first unblock, and then the next piece, so we go into the mechanicals of the business building or community building, whatever it is that you need guidance and help in. And that's what I'm doing right now. That's what I'm called to do. So I will be sending an email for those of you who are interested in just signing up for a conversation with me. I don't even like to call them complimentary sessions. They're just a conversation to see if there's something I could do further to serve you. That's it. No attachment to the outcome. Sounds good? All right, I'm gonna go ahead and if everybody could unmute and let's say goodbye together. It's exactly 12 o'clock or wherever you are. Let's go ahead and unmute.
Thank you, Sahar, so much.
Oh, you're welcome.
Thank you, Sahar. Appreciate it, everyone.
Thank you. It was lovely. Thank you.
Oh, thank you. I love you all. Like, I wish I could spend the whole day with you, but I want to honor the time. Much love to all of you. Thank you, Christy, for being here. Thank you.
Thank you
oh my
so
gosh.
much. Appreciate
all the support. I love you, love you all. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Sahar.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye, everybody.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye. Thank you for staying. Bye-bye. Thank you.
Bye, Sahar.
Bye, sweetie. Love you.
Bye, Sahar.
Bye.
My video wasn't working the whole time.
Yes, here you are.
Glad to see you and everyone else.
Thank you. Bye, everybody.
Bye-bye.
Much love to all. Bye-bye.